Hi everyone, good evening. Welcome to my reading corner. What the hell's on my chair? Welcome to my reading corner and the first reading wrap up of the year. To say this reading wrap up was a little a bit down and a bit all over the place is, to say the least about it. It was interesting. I read 6 books this month, well 5.5, but I'm counting it 6. Okay, for my ego. So I read 6 books and I had one favorite and some not so favorite. So if I'm hateful in this video, it's because I'm full of hate to these books. Ass! I hated some of these. But, however, we're gonna start with my favorite book of the month, which was none other than Night of the Moth, okay? Oh, Zooey Mama. Zooey Mama. Oh my god. This book, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, whatever scale rating you work on, triple it. This book was fantastic, and no complaints. No complaints whatsoever. I would say I wish I picked it up sooner, but actually, I don't think so. I think I read it at the perfect time for myself, okay? Now, this book was, I don't want to be, okay, it was mediocre, and then you added Bartholomew. Bartholomew made this book 15 times better, okay? But I probably wouldn't have enjoyed this book as much if Bartholomew wasn't in it. Here's the thing. Bartholomew was. Now, you might be thinking, who Bartholomew? The best character of all time? The best character of, all time. Oh my god, I almost cried. Like, nothing happens to him. Well, I mean, he does, but, nothing, not maybe what you're thinking when I say it made me cry. But, was basically, Bartholomew is a gargoyle made out of stone. And he has my heart, and I love Bartholomew. I want a little tattoo for him somewhere, naturally. He's one of the best characters I've discovered in quite some time reading books, and I wish I had a little gargoyle made out of limestone. Oh, my life would be so much better. But this book was so good. So good. So it's about these girls that get chosen by the abbess to to stay at Ailing. Shut up. I don't know how to pronounce it. Cathedral, right? These girls get taken into the cathedral and they get rebirthed by the abbess. And they are told to cover their eyes. They can't see. Well, they could see, but nobody could see their eyes and stuff. And they get drowned. And they see signs from the omens, right? And then they commune. So then they tell the people of the land, that's your fate. Oh, sorry, you just got 5 bad omens? Sucks to be you. They're like, I didn't say that. The gods did. So that's basically what our main character Sybil does. She's called Six because they're not given names. They don't remember where they came from. They're just here. They drown, they dream, and they tell you that your life is fucked. And that's what Sybil does. And then this new king comes along, gets bad omens, whatever, right? And then there's a prince and he changes pretty much everything for Sybil. The romance in this was really good, but I wasn't focused much on that. I was more focused on Bartholomew. I want a gargoyle so bad. If I could have a gargoyle, I think my life would feel so complete and so happy and so full of life. Bartholomew wasn't full of life. Get it? Because he's stone. Anyway, so here's the thing, that's my favorite book of the month. Bang, 5 out of 5. And then we go down. We go way down, and then we hit rock bottom, basically. You know what, we're gonna jump around with these guys. You're not gonna know what book I'm talking about next. We're talking about Bride of the Shadow King. I've got issues with this book. I hated it. Oh, man. I hated her. She was stupid, poorly written, predictable, and I didn't even finish it all because I had seen enough. I DNF'd it. But I'm counting it as read because I had to read it. I had to read a little bit of it, and I don't want to talk about it. She was not getting better. I skim read most of this. Had a little, oh, does the writing get any better? Oh, no. Sucks. The writing is ass. Now, I'm not one to usually talk about writing because I don't give a fuck, right? I've read some poorly written books in my time and loved them. So, I don't, it must have been either really bad or just not a writing that I vibed with. I don't know the difference between objectively and subjectively good written writing. So, if I talk about writing, it's all just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's just what I enjoy, and I did not enjoy this. I thought it was shit. Absolute utter shite. So basically, it's about this a shunned princess, a reluctant king, a marriage that could save both their kingdoms but destroy their hearts. Oh no. Ugh. Give me a break. I don't even know why I picked this book up. I don't even know why I got it in the first place. Why is this in my hands? Why did I buy it? Because I think I bought it from Waterstone's full price. Hello? Am I stupid? Clearly. I hated this book. And that's what I have to say. I'm not spending more time hating on it. Ooh, I'm getting rid of that as soon as I can. I look at it and it gives me the heebie-jeebies. Wow, I don't like it. So, and then also, okay, we're gonna talk about Bride. We're gonna talk about Bride because I enjoyed this one. This was like the middle range for me this month. I read it in a day, so I clearly enjoyed some part of it. And yeah, I would say that it was solid-ish. But I feel like it was one of those books that I'm like, if I do not finish this right now, my interest for this is going to go down so severely that I'm never going to want to look at it or pick it up ever again. And if I sleep on it, I'm never going to complete it. So I must complete it in one day, right now. And I must force myself to go read it. Because or else, it's never going to get read. So I finished it in a day. I do think about it sometimes. No, I don't. That's a straight up lie. I haven't thought about this book since I finished it. I can see it in my brain, no. So I don't know if that says anything to you. Basically, okay, I know I was shitting on this one for like, some prince, kingdom, or reluctant marriage, whatever, da 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 da. And then this one is also forced marriage. Also, something there was unicorns. Whoa, and like, that's what I really remember. It's probably because it was the first few pages. They were getting attacked by some like unicorn and some men. Whoa, I've never seen unicorns in books before. I've never seen a gargoyle in books until Bartholomew came along. I love Bartholomew. Anyway, this was like vampire werewolf. Yeah. And I think that's basically where my enjoyment came from, was vampire werewolf. Because I like vampires and I like werewolves, and they were married. And it was paranormal and it was fun. It had a bit of a murder mystery to it, and it was enough. Not too much. Could have been shorter. Could have been a lot shorter. Could have been 0 pages and me never read it, and I really wouldn't feel like I'm missing out on much. But I did enjoy it. I would give it like a 4. So pretty high. 4 out of 5. Pretty high. But don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. That will probably change in like a week. That's why I don't review my books. No, I know it's why I don't rate them. Because a lot of the books I'm like, oh, 5 stars. Next day I'm like, oh, I think I actually hated you. Talking about a book I hated. What was this? Guys, what is Guild? Who the fuck said this was good? I actually don't think anybody said this book was good, because I don't know. I see many people read the series, so I thought, oh, maybe we like this. I finished it, though. I didn't DNF it. I read every single rotten part of this book. Okay, so technically this is like a prequel. Why the fuck do I have a prequel this long for a series that I don't even care about? Girl, give me the first fucking book. What the hell? So this is about this girl who's plated gold because she was touched by Midas. And he turned her into gold, keeps her in a bird cage around this massive fucking castle, and she's supposed to be grateful. And she is grateful. Oh my Jesus Lord. So then she starts rebelling a little bit, but what are you gonna do? Girl, you're trapped in a cage. Shut up. That makes me as bad as that. No, but like, what are you rebelling against in a cage? Your bars? Bro, you can't even get out. Oh my gosh, she was so irritating. And Midas was also so irritating. They had as much depth as my flat feet. And it was just so boring. I got so bored. I didn't care. At the end, the ending made me a bit curious. But curiosity killed the cat, so I'm not reading the second one because I feel like that's just gonna take any part of whimsy and joy I've ever had in my entire life. It's just gonna suck the soul out of me. Oh, I hated this one. Here's the thing. I don't actually hate these books. I don't know what's happening. All this passion is coming out of me right now, and it's gonna get even more passionate when I talk about my next one. But, you know, this, in my head, when I finished it, I was like, yeah, it was kind of mid. That's it. And then and whatever book I've been finding mid recently, as soon as I talk about it, I'm so hateful. I'm a spiteful, heinous bitch when I talk about books that I think are mid. And I'm like, I would rather you be so bad and me just not read you than me read you and you be fucking mid. Girl, give me something. Give me something. Actually, I'm not going to talk about the next one because I'll get too riled up. I'm not sure if you can see it. I don't know. I'm filming on my back camera. This is January's by Olivia Blake. Oh, I didn't read all of it though. I read a lot of the short stories, and I mainly put this on because there were 2 stories in here that I absolutely adored. The Wishing Bridge and Sucker for Pain. If you're gonna read anything, buy this book for those two 30 pages. Like 60 pages for a grand total of, oh, £22. Oh, I do not make good financial choices, but this I really did enjoy. I do like Olivia Blake's writing. Again, with the writing conversation is subjective. But The Wishing Bridge was the first story, and I thought, okay, this is gonna be good. And then I read the second story, The Audit, and I thought, oh no, we started off so good, now everything's gonna be a disappointment. And then I read the third story, Sucker for Pain, and I thought, great, now nothing can top that. And every single story that I've read in this since has not topped Sucker for Pain. And Sucker for Pain, I would prefer a full-length novel on. Bro, if Sucker for Pain was this whole thing, oh, would have been so good. Basically, it was about this girl who was found by this witch when she was younger or whatever, and then she gets turned into a vampire, and then they're like, and there's this like love story, and then they end up having like a throuple at the end, and you know what a way to live. Hell yeah. That's the most like no, that's not really the most accurate retelling of that short story, but that's how I interpreted it, so do with that as you will. Now, guys, I don't even want to talk about this next book. It gets me so frustrated. And it gets me frustrated because I don't understand. I don't understand why I hate it, and I don't understand why I should love it. I think I might be the only person on earth that I have seen that did not like this book. And I'm proud to be a hater. I hated it. I didn't. I finished it and I was like, yeah, you know, kind of mid. And then I was like, Sam, turn it into a haters bitch. I'm like, hated it. Fucking stupid. No depth, no chemistry. Fucking awful. That's how I feel. But not really, because this book was so mid. And I was so over it. It's like there's only so many times you can fuck. So many times that I care about, oh, what position you're in tonight. Oh, corker. Great book, guys. If I wanted to read one-shots, I would be on Wattpad. You know what I mean? This was so... meh. So meh. That's what I will say. It was one of the... It was just a romance book. And I'm not shitting on the romance genre. I only don't enjoy romance because I overread it. So, you know, it's not like I hate it. It's just... I've seen too much of it. This was so annoying. This book was so annoying. If you don't know what this book is about, I don't know how, because it's literally fucking everywhere. I think I might have got a bit confused. I think people love the TV show. And then so people are reading the book. Because that's the only thing that I've been able to come up with that actually makes sense. Because there's no way, no way in my little brain that you're telling me that this is what people are raving about. Quite literally, I'm like, bro, read Wattpad. There are better stuff on there than this. It was so ass. So, sorry, yeah, if you don't know what this is about, bro, it's about this guy and this other guy, because it's gay. That's the thing. I'm like, would you care about this if this was straight? It's not even like it was like amazing, great representation and something so amazing to the genre, and it's gonna push the LGBTQ plus community forward by 30 years with this amazing hockey romance. It's not gonna do shit. So I'm like, oh my god, sorry. I'm so passionate. So about this guy, and they bonk. Let's say that. They bonk a lot. But they're not gay. Not until like the last 30 pages. I need to take a moment. This book it just riles me up. Gets me So first of all, I don't give a fuck about hockey. There was too much hockey in this book. You know what? There wasn't enough of romance. You can't mark it as a romance and then not them. It took what, like 280 or 180 something. Let me see. Something like it took 200 pages for them to have a conversation. You know what the conversation was about? A fucking like tuna baguette. Oh. I read it in a reading vlog that might be coming out soon, but oh my god, I was so in that one. I'm even more riled up than I am now because I was fresh emotion, and I just don't care. And I don't get it. What do we see? Sorry, I'm supposed to be telling you what it was about. Yeah, so they bonk a lot, like every chapter. I thought I was in. Maybe as I keep thinking, maybe it was my expectation that was wrong, right? I thought, we're gonna go in, we're gonna have this real heartfelt, tension-filled, amazing romance between these two hockey players, and they're gonna have this feud, but they're gonna have all these moments, and one of them's gonna be yearning one-sidedly, and it's gonna be delicious, and it's gonna be great, and it's gonna be amazing, and then when they get together, it's gonna be like, wow, who would've thought, and then it's gonna be this big moment for the hockey people and for them, and it's gonna be so much better than it actually was. But instead they started the prologue, right? No, they don't do that. They're guys. Them making sweet wee. You know what I mean? So that was in the first chapter, the first 10 pages. And then, oh man, the book just didn't get any better. I thought, okay, prologue, yeah, okay. And then I realized prologue was set in the future, 2017. And then we go back to 2008. I was like, oh, okay. We're gonna get the build up. Did we fuck? I don't think that Rachel Reed knows the definition of build up. Stupid fucking book. Because it's like they go back in time, so I thought, yeah, we're getting the build up and we're gonna get the tension, and then they go, we're two rookie hockey players that are competing for the same thing. Meet me in my room so we can fuck. Give me a rest, bro. The book, the dialogue was just, it was a fun, easy, enjoyable read, yeah, but not at all anything that I think was worth my time. Not to be pretentious, but it was just like, oh my god, stop it! Yeah, like, I'm just not convinced they even know each other. Girl, do you even like each other? And the part that you were supposed to, like, they get together, right? And they get together, they go, oh my god, I like you. Oh my god, I like you too. This is great. Should we be, like, together? At like 300 pages, not 400 pages, thank god this book wasn't 400 pages, but at like that point, and they're like, let's be together, yay. And then it skips to a year later, where you see nothing of them getting together, no romance, no dates, no getting to know each other. This book spans over 7 years. And I don't think he knows what topping on his jacket potato he would prefer. Now, if you enjoyed Hidden Rivalries, amazing. So many people do. As much if I was connected, I would be like, oh my god, Shane is like my baby boy and he's so amazing and I love him so much. Instead, they were, I hated them so much. So, out of these books, no. Yeah, to some of them. No. Maybe. No. And yeah, okay, so we're kind of split in the middle, which I'm not too mad about. But it was definitely an interesting month, to say the least. Oh man, I'm a heinous bitch. That's crazy. I'm such a hateful person when it comes to books that I don't like, and I think it feels good to be a hater. That's all I can say. That was my January wrap up, and hopefully February goes out a little better, because I'm trying to line up some books that I'm thinking banger, 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 so my February wrap up could be like 4 hours long, and all I'm talking about is, oh my god, this book was so incredible and I left and you should read it. That's the plan for February, but it definitely didn't happen in January, so sucks. Anyway, if you enjoyed any of these that I didn't, I don't know what to say then, actually. Like, then, yeah, real cool, chill, whatever. I would actually love to hear if you loved Heated Rivalries, what about it you loved? Because I wonder if just my expectation was wrong with it. But if you enjoyed it, let me know. And read Night in the Moth. That's what I gotta say. Goodbye. What a weird month. What a really, really weird month.